Hi there. Today I am at my listing at 9556 Banderilla Drive in Grange, and I wanted to go over the layout a little bit of this property because it is such an amazing property. As you can see, up there is the driveway. So you pull in from the road and you come down this driveway, and over there you can see there is a detached 3-car garage with a shop, well, I should say, yeah, shop work area on the far right. That middle one right there is a tandem garage because they used to have a boat and they could pull the boat all the way through. As you can see, the little jet ski over there, and then there's the third spot. And then attached to the house, as I turn around, is another 3-car garage. So this place has tons and tons of parking, as you can see. And so around the back side of this garage, this 3-car garage, and you can see the solar on top. So that solar actually makes the electricity on this property pretty much free. That garage doesn't, it has actually a credit, which then the rest of the credit spills over to the home. So the electricity bill is like pretty much nothing up here. But you can see now here is the road as well. And then there's all of this. And then there's that other tandem spot. But you can see right there, that is the second entrance. This little grove of trees divides it from the sister property over there that's a little over 14 acres. And you can see, if you look down, sorry, I'm trying to fumble my glasses here. You can see like the fence post right there. And that goes all the way down. Sorry, I'm walking, I'm not doing a great job here. And then you can see all the way down there on the other side of that wall, there is a post, and that's the property line. So this is a huge property. It's just an amazing property. It's so peaceful and so quiet up here, and the views are just absolutely spectacular. And then you go back to the rest of the house. Okay, I wanted to do a quick video out here because I feel like you can see much better the property line. You can see those old wooden stakes out there that are the property line, the old fence lines. I am standing on the property for 9556, but you can see over there, there is 9570 Banderilla. So that is 14.26 acres, and then over here we have 15.23, I believe. And this property goes with the bigger custom home. So this back patio is very reminiscent of like a hotel resort with all the chairs and tables and patio. The views are just spectacular from up here. You can see that cool rock wall. And then way out there, you can see the property line, the fences. I think it's, if I'm getting it correctly, it's hard to see when I'm looking through my phone, but there it is. There's the fence. And then as you come around, they have this awesome kitchen outside. It's really cool. They've got a sink and the barbecue and the 2 refrigerators. And as you can see, this is just the perfect home for entertaining. She's got these beautiful gardens to the side and all these sitting areas. It's never ending, huh? Back of the house. Here's that rock wall. Down below is where they had permission at one point in time. They were going to put a house down there for their son. And then that just didn't end up working out. But the property line, this wall is not the property line. This is just a really cool feature of the property itself. And it actually has a seasonal pond, which is really cool. And you can see the characteristics of the land. This is not flat, boring land. This is rolling hills, really, really cool landscape as far as if you wanted to put a modular out here, if you needed a spot, this would be such a cool place. You could come in right off the road. You could put yourself a modular and still have just such an amazing yard connected to the main house. This is the seasonal pond, so the runoff from the road in the wintertime fills up here, and they have this cool little pond. So there's lots of natural drainage that works as opposed to trying to, grade it yourself and do all kinds of stuff. And one of the most amazing things is, look at that, bam, fire hydrant. So yes, that does help tremendously with your fire insurance. But again, lots of places here where you could put a home if you needed to or wanted to, if you had other family members. And there's the driveway for the main home. And way down the road, let me see, I will show you where the property line is. Okay, so right here is the property line, right here in line with this telephone pole, and it goes back, drops down. I think I had showed some of the property line before, but all of this is yours as well. So if you had some goats, cows, whatever, to eat that down, probably save you a little bit of time. But you got all these beautiful oak trees. And then we start in with the rock wall. And that rock wall runs through this property, down the bottom, and into the sister property that's the 14 acres and goes to the road. Now, a lot of people want to tear those out, but I think that is a crime. Those are historical landmarks. And then here, so see, you have all this space. If you wanted to put another home, if you wanted to put a shop, it would not be hard to do. I know you got a little bit of rolling hills here, so a shop might not be as great of a fit, but you absolutely could put a modular home with no problem whatsoever. So we're walking up to, from the road, you can see down in there. This is the first, well, I guess it'd actually be the second entrance. It kind of loops around, but you can see there's the home. And you can notice out here, there's a lot of water. So the owners, he was an engineer, and they custom built this home. Everything about this property was designed for them to be here forever. You can see there's more water valves over there. This would actually be somewhere you could potentially put another home site if you really wanted to, right off the road, so you don't get into weird easement issues. But again, you can see there's water spigots and valves all over the place because, you know, they're not stupid. They know water's an issue. Matter of fact, here's kind of a area where they had driven up in there. You can see it's kind of an entrance. There's more water. See that bench over there? That is because the sunsets here are beyond breathtaking. And now we're back to the area where the second detached garage is. And one of the things I want to say about that is because it's on its own PG&E what's the word I'm looking for? Panel. It's its own separate panel. It's separate from the house. And so by that, they had intended on potentially turning that into an ADU. So it already has its own address, which is really cool. And she said it's insulated. Everything was done to it as it were a house already. So that would save somebody a whole lot of time and a whole lot of money. And then over here, as I said, on the second side, this is the second entrance. So you have two entrances. Look, here we have more water valves, water valve. You know, this property was so well planned out. There's tons of room here. I mean, to say it has RV parking is an understatement. It has everything parking. Okay, and so here is property line to the left of the house. There's the stake, and it follows this row of trees back. And so this is the property line to the left of the home if you're standing in front of the home. And where I started was the property line from the right. Although we have been going back and forth on, this is the water. So this is city water. That's for one house. This is for the other. And so we had talked about, is this one the property line? And it's this row of trees. We've kind of gone back and forth. My seller needed to actually double check because with time, and they've owned this property over 40 years, so her memory was a little bit fuzzy. So that is something that we would absolutely confirm for any serious buyers. But then you can see right there, there's the sister property. So I'm coming in from the road. This is the first entrance, first driveway from Banderilla off of Ranchito. And you can just see what a beautiful property this is. As I was saying previously, tons of water, spigots all over the place because, you know, you got to keep stuff alive and you got to keep it green best you can. There's that tandem garage spot. You can see how nice the roof is. Nothing on this property has been neglected. We just did a home inspection, roof inspection, and pest inspection. And for a home that's, you know, 25 years old, there was literally less than $4,000 of stuff between the roof, any section 1, all that kind of stuff. This house is in immaculate condition. And the seller, because they are so pride, you know, they have so much pride in this property and how they take care of it, we're getting it all fixed. So how often can you move into something on 15 acres with over a 3,000 square foot custom home and have it just be in tip-top shape? So something to think about. And here's Doris's This is her garden area. Actually, I'm gonna walk through it. This is perfect. She has plants in here I have never even seen before, but it's absolutely gorgeous in here. It's like a little, I don't know, hidden secret place or something. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And this tree is so old. It's so amazing. Okay, so these are the air conditioning units. As you can see, they are newer. This is kind of a close-up of the 3-car garage. The garage doors are the quiet ones, which is actually really nice. That's the little walkway up to that sitting area. And as you can see, there are just seating areas all over this property. They enjoy the views here from sunrise to sunset. You can see all the nice seating areas here. And then she has this cute little riverbed, dry riverbed. Here is the herb garden. And then there's more seating area. It's fine. This is out in the country. It's not supposed to be. Yeah, a little bridge there. You have that little bridge is cute. And your rose garden. More sitting area. There's a fire pit over there. There's a fire pit here. More sitting areas. That spot down there, I don't know why I'm drawn to this spot. I feel like I would want to do something down there. I don't know what. I don't know. Could you put a pool there? I don't know. That's like one of my favorite spots. Whoops.
Those are the leach lines.
They are leach lines. Okay. All of them all the way across?
Well, they go this is right there.